If there ever was such a thing as a company that could do almost anything, well, Tennekee Properties is it. These guys know how to completely transform your existing home into something new, or just do it room by room. That's Tennekee Properties. Visit Tennekee.com or phone 931-244-4602.
From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your evening update.
Rain now starting to move into the area as we into the early evening hours of this Monday, and you can see back on radar satellite composite a lot more rain, some of it heavy with some rumbles of thunder upstream to move in tonight into early tomorrow morning. So we have a soaker on the way and some gusty winds along the way as well. Today got into the lower 50s. 52 here in Lawrenceburg after a morning low of 27. No measurable rainfall in Lawrenceburg yet, but that will be changing in a big way as we head through the next several hours and through the evening and the overnight. Also, in addition to the rain, we have the potential for gusty gradient winds tonight. A wind advisory is in place through tonight all the way through tomorrow evening until midnight, Tuesday night, 12 a.m. Wednesday morning. Across all of the areas, southern middle Tennessee, North Alabama, northeast Mississippi, the tan-colored counties here in that wind advisory for the possibility of some 40 to 50 mile per hour pressure gradient wind gusts, not associated with thunderstorms. Those could be strong enough to maybe cause some isolated power outage issues. So just be aware of that if you haven't been paying attention to the weather here for the past several days while we've been talking about it. Rain overspreading the area this evening and overnight, some of it possibly heavy at times. Yes, there will be some rumbles of thunder as well, and it's going to sound loud outside because of the gusty winds, but there's no severe storm threat overnight. There's no tornado threat overnight. All that's well down to the south, close to the Gulf Coast. But these pressure gradient winds could cause some issues with some tree branches down, maybe some isolated power issues. We may actually climb into the mid-50s after midnight before daybreak, and that may be the daytime highs as the cold front moves in around daybreak, lingering heavy downpours through the morning and by midday, and then upper 40s, lower 50s here around midday, dropping steadily through the 40s into the 30s by the early evening. And as a few more showers rotate through here between about 7 p.m. and midnight as we drop into the mid to upper 30s, a few of these could possibly mix in with some light flurries, but temperatures will be above freezing, so no impacts expected with that. Then that's out of here by midnight. Now, how much rain are we talking with this first system? Here in the yellow, generally from Highway 43 east across southern middle Tennessee, northwest Alabama, 2 or more inches of rain expected tonight and through tomorrow morning. West of that, 1 to 2 inches. So a heavy soaker, yes, and not enough to dent the drought, but also not enough to cause widespread flooding issues other than maybe some localized street flooding here and there during the heaviest downpours. And this is only 1 of 3 systems we're tracking. First one's out of the way. Tomorrow, maybe a few lingering flurries into the evening. That's out of here for Wednesday. We're back to partial sunshine Wednesday and Thursday. I think we're mostly sunny for Thursday. The next weather system moves in on Friday with rain and thunderstorms likely again, maybe some gusty winds again, and then another system coming early next week that we'll talk about here in just a moment. So 50s for Tuesday. Behind that front on Wednesday, we're into the 40s despite a return to sunshine. A bit warmer with more of a southerly flow Thursday into Friday, but still mid to upper 50s. And then colder air moves in behind that system for the weekend and early next week. Back down to highs in the mid 30s or so by Monday, morning lows in 20s. And that's going to be important for the system that comes out early next week because it's going to be on a more southerly track. It has more cold air available to it. So this may not be rain we're talking about early next week. It's too far out for details, but there is an increasingly consistent signal for the possibility of a wintry type situation across our local area of the Tennessee Valley coming next Monday, MLK Day, early next week. We'll watch that carefully, too far out for details. So I cannot tell you yet if one town's going to get this, one town's going to get that, how much, the timing, things like that. This is just a general tap on your shoulder to let you know that, yes, there is the potential for a wintry type situation early next week. And we do that when we have a consistent enough signal like this, because we know that people don't check in with the weather every single day if we're going to have a few days that are quiet. You may see this today and not check in for a few more days. We just want to tap you on your shoulder now and let you know that over the next several days, you do need to start paying attention to the forecast as we iron out the details as we get closer. And by Friday and the weekend, we will start to get into those finer scale details with this system early next week. Back home here locally, your forecast for tonight: wet tonight, rainy, gusty, and thundery, but no severe storms expected, but some wind gusts, definitely 40 plus miles per hour possible. Down to the 40s this evening with some rain, cooled air, and then the warm front comes north, gets us back into the mid 50s going toward daybreak, and then that drops again. It's a day where we go the wrong way tomorrow. These temperatures in the 50s for Tuesday happen in the morning. We fall into the 40s by midday and the afternoon. Morning rain tapers off, maybe a flurry into the evening. Gusty winds through the day, though. More the same over northwest Alabama. Rainy, thundery, gusty in the morning. Gusty through the day, but rain tapers off by midday. Maybe a flurry into the evening. And these 50s happen in the morning, dropping into the 40s by midday and the afternoon. 7-day forecast looks like this. Again, maybe a flurry into the evening tomorrow or Tuesday. Back to sunshine for Wednesday and Thursday. Maybe showers overnight Thursday, depending on the timing of that Friday system, but rain and thunderstorms likely on Friday as well. A break for the weekend with colder air moving in, which is important for this system on Monday, because that colder air and more of a southerly track gives us the potential for a wintry mix being possible with that system next Monday. There's your latest 7-day forecast. I'll be back at 9 o'clock for a final check on your weather.